given the current situation with COVID-19, there is only two things we could do. We could either focus on, all of the negative news that we see in media, all of the number of cases that are increasing, all of the restrictions that are happening all over the world, maybe the things that you cannot do, like I cannot visit my parents, I cannot see my family, I cannot travel, I cannot go to maybe out and have dinner or meet my friends. And you could focus on all that. Or what you could do, you could focus on the things that you can control, because much of that, it's out of your control. I mean, what you could do, it's what you do as an individual, what you do, if you go out or not, if you protect yourself or not, if you protect your close ones or not, if you build your immunity or not, all of those things are things that you can control. But what happens globally with the, for example, US elections, all of those things, Brexit, now that it's done right now, and all of those things you cannot control. So you have two choices. You can either focus on all of the things that are happening to us, or you could focus on the things that you can control. And some of the things that you can control is you can control, what you think about the situation. You can control what kind of news do you take in. You could control, how you spend your time. You can control, how you feel about this situation. You can control many, many things. But the challenge is here that many times we say, oh, I cannot do this because, and because is, one of these big things, like a question that I really like asking people on their birthday is, if everything will be possible, what would you like to achieve in the next 12 months, like before your next birthday? And I get really interesting, answers. And then I challenge, okay, so what needs to happen for you to be able to achieve that in those 12 months? And as we start the conversation, very often I hear something or I see something, because usually it's through, a LinkedIn chat or a Facebook chat. And what people say is that, I wish, COVID would go away. I understand that. And I wish too. But that's out of my control right now. So if I focus on something that it's out of my control, I'm powerless. But if I focus on something that I'm in control of, I'm empowered. So you could choose where you want to focus. If you focus on the things that you can control, you feel a lot more empowered, right? You have actually choices. Instead of looking at all of the things that are happening to us that we cannot change, let's look at the things that we have under control. Like in Sweden, it's very common to talk about weather, and many people complain about the weather. But weather, it's out of our control. If you really hate the weather in Sweden, you could move somewhere else. And why do we talk about the weather? And we don't realize that when we talk about the weather and we complain about the weather, it's impossible for me to complain and feel happy and fulfilled at the same time. It's impossible. There are two completely different energy signature. So you either complain about the things that happen to you and you feel powerless, or you choose to be empowered and take advantage and take responsibility for the things that you can do. So what you can do, it's stay healthy, right? Stay healthy by, having a strong immune system, vitamins, green stuff, exercise as much as you can inside, or if you are allowed to go outside, just go outside, go in the forest, go in the nature, don't stay inside. But eat healthy, sleep well, rest, stay strong. Your immunity system, that's something which is in your control. What happens with COVID and elections and everything? Out of our control. So the only thing we could do in this period, focus on the things that we can control. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.